My beloved self and Alpha, I bless you. Today I would like to share with you certain important issues in the handling of central government under Narendra Modi, very especially the CBI and the income tax department. During the immediate taking over of Edappadi Palaniswamy as Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu from O. Pannirselvam, at the behest of Sasikala, the last tenure in Tamil Nadu government, income tax raided the godowns of Anbu Chalvan. One Anbu Chalvan is said to be the Binami of Edappadi Palaniswamy. They took a huge amount from the godown, cash godown. Around thousands of crores were taken from the godown. The income tax department used even machines to count the currencies. Several machines were used. Such a huge booty was raided from that Anbu Chalvan's godown. It was said to be the Binami of Edappadi K. Palaniswamy, former Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu. But no action was taken on him by Narendra Modi government then. But Edappadi was said to be the slave of Narendra Modi government, and he acted only according to his directions. It is said in the overall media. And previously, before Edappadi Palaniswamy, O. Pannirselvam was the Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu immediately after the suspicious death of Jayalalitha. While she was dying also, O. Pannirselvam was the Chief Minister. And under his ministry, Chief Ministry, C. Vijay Bhaskar was the Minister for Health. He charged O. Pannirselvam as the person who is the prime accused in Jayalalitha's suspicious death. Whereas O. Pannirselvam charged C. Vijay Bhaskar, the Health Minister, then Health Minister, as the prime accused, as the prime culprit, rather not accused also, culprit in the suspicious death of Jayalalitha. Both of them mutually accused. And under them, Health Secretary Radhakrishnan was there. Even in this government, he continues to be the Health Secretary. It's tactics. He is the grandson of former President R. Venkatraman. Therefore, he enjoys that luxurious post as a Health Secretary. Right from his initial career as IAS officer, he has been enjoying the powerful post. He is very friendly with M.K. Stalin, the present Chief Minister, as well as he was friendly with Mas Subramanian when he was the mayor of Chennai previously, when he was associated with the Corporation of Chennai. So this is the association of Radhakrishnan. He has been ever be friendly with any politician, whichever government takes over. He used to be very friendly with them, and he used to do whatever they wish, and he used to enjoy the fruits of whatever they do. This has been the story of Health Ministry of Tamil Nadu. Fortunately, the Corona period is very helpful to him to earn more money, it seems. He has been going on doing so many projects. Each of them certainly is enjoying fruits of that. Therefore, the governments, though Edappadi was the CM, OPS was the CM, previously Jayalalitha was the CM, now Stalin is the CM. In spite of that, he is unshakable from the position of a health secretary. Though he is a veterinary doctor, he has been put as the secretary for human doctors. So this is how he manages, being the grandson of former R. Venkatraman, Chief President of India. So this is the status of Tamil Nadu government. Though these two former health minister and former Chief Minister OPS and C. Vijay Bhaskar charged mutually each other as the prime culprit in the suspicious death of Jayalalitha, though under them Health Secretary Radhakrishnan was there, these three might be certainly knowing what had happened, but they don't reveal anything. After the toppling of OPS government and Edappadi Palaniswamy took over as the Chief Minister at the behest and at the pleasure and blessings of Sasikala, Formerly, she was aide of Jayalalitha, and she was put behind bars for more than 4 years and fined with more than 10 crores for her amassing disproportionate wealth along with Jayalalitha and two other her relatives. So, under her blessings, Edapadi Palaniswamy took over as the chief minister. But the Aramugaswamy Onayam, the Aramugaswamy Commission, which took over the investigation of suspicious death of Jayalalitha, has not completed the investigation within the time frame. It was extended for more than 10 times its time limit. It was the tactics of former OPS and Edapadi Palaniswamy governments so that they could not reveal the truth to the people. When Stalin was campaigning, he was challenging, he was assuring the people that immediately after taking over as the CM, he would investigate the Aramugaswamy Commission's interim report, and accordingly he will act. He will bring behind bars the criminals. But he is not at all doing anything. He poses as if he is very shrewd in attending the corona cases. Corona will be taken care of by the health ministry. Mas Subramanian will take over that. Stalin is the chief minister and also home minister. He should take over these things, these legal and criminal issues. But he is treading away his responsibility as being the partner of O. Pannirselvam previously, and he was getting share as being the opponent leader in all projects, as alleged. Similarly, now he is giving share to O. Pannirselvam, Edapadi Palaniswamy in his projects, including the Corona huge fund of projects. Therefore, these two people, they enjoy the entire assembly seats. All the 234 MLAs are under these two leaders only. They are with the criminal background. Stalin's house was also, as a daughter's house was also raided by Income Tax Department just before the elections results revealed, but after the elections, knowingly that he might be the next chief minister. Even that result was also not revealed by Narendra Modi government. All these three, Edapadi Palaniswamy's Binami Anbudselvan, O. Pannirselvam's Binami Shekhar Reddy, and Stalin's Binami, his son-in-law Sabarisan, all these people's premises were raided by the Income Tax Department, but they did not reveal what has happened based on the raid. They were not revealed it to any press. While the press was active while recording all these things, the raid and all, but the press is also not open. It was also not following what had happened on that raids. So whereas the Narendra Modi is enjoying their enslavery using these raids, capturing the booties, he has been making certain indirect agreement with them. Therefore, they become slaves of them. Slaves of Narendra Modi and Amit Shah. This is what's happening as politics in Tamil Nadu. Recently, even Seeman also fell on the feet of M.K. Stalin by stating that his administration is very nice. Whereas in the overall Tamil Nadu situation, all the people have been made beggars. The economic status have been so much diminished or lowered because of the policy of complete lockdown by Stalin after taking over last month. Only yesterday he relaxed the curfew in Tamil Nadu in few states, few districts. Therefore, people are enjoying now again the freedom. So, even though it is an independent democratic country, these politicians, including Narendra Modi and all state chief ministers, including the states which are managed by other than BJP, they are enjoying the pleasure of being autocrats in those states using the pandemic situation. Though Kadir Anand, the son of Durai Murugan, present PWD minister, while he was contesting for the parliament, his house was raided, but huge booty, hundreds or thousands of crores were taken from Durai Murugan's and his son's godown and factory, but no action was taken by Narendra Modi even on them. Kadir Anand is now a sitting MP in the parliament. Again, when Durai Murugan stood for these state elections, huge raid was huge booty was raided by Income Tax Department, but no action was taken on Durai Murugan also. He is the PWD minister for Tamil Nadu now. So this is how Narendra Modi enslaves the corrupt politicians of Tamil Nadu very specially Edapadi Palaniswamy, O. Pannirselvam, Stalin, Duraimurugan and his son Kadir Anand, and the former Vijay Bhaskar, the health minister. His name was also committed in the election-related cash transactions. It was evidently taken by the Income Tax Department and the Election Commission. No action was taken on him also. And the Health Secretary Radhakrishnan is also hiding behind these corrupt politicians, and he is enjoying the position right from his joining as IAS officer, being the grandson of former President R. Venkataraman. So this is the poor and shabby state of handling the Tamil Nadu government by Narendra Modi and Amit Shah, Home Minister. Shame on this government of warners, what I can say, those who are actually managing government of India. So immediately these culprits, Edapadi Palaniswamy, O. Pannirselvam, Stalin, Kadir Anand, Duraimurugan and Health Secretary Radhakrishnan, they should be immediately sacked from their position. They should be put behind bars with appropriate evidences. The evidences are with Narendra Modi and Amit Shah, but they keep them under their safe custody so that these people will act as slaves. So I request action from Narendra Modi and Amit Shah on these criminals and put behind bars these criminals and make fresh elections for Tamil Nadu, government of Tamil Nadu. Om.